VSOP Hip Hop and Wrestling, how you doing? I was not expecting the news that I saw today. This was one of those stop what you're doing type of moments. CM Punk has been fired by AEW.
What?
Tony Khan stepped up and had the courage and fired CM Punk. That was Tony Khan's decision. He said it was his decision and his alone. And he knew it was going to be disappointing to some fans. I'm disappointed. I was happy that CM Punk came back for the Collision era because I knew it would bring more eyes to the product. But then when all the backstage rumors and all the backstage drama started to show up in the past couple months, I started to wonder, is the juice even worth the squeeze? Because it's not like he came back and set the ring on fire. The promos have been good. The matches, not so great. But I believed after he shook off the rust, he would be back to classic Punk, or at least as good as he was in the September 2021 to September 2022 run. His feud with Eddie Kingston, awesome, dope, heated. His feud with MJF, classic, best dog collar match I've ever seen. His feud with Hangman Adam Page, personal. And his feud with Jon Moxley, who's the top dog. 4 amazing feuds in a year span. Am I surprised that he got fired? Yes, I am surprised. The biggest name that they had. A roster full of talent, but CM Punk was the biggest name. I find this very interesting. I hope that this sends a message to anybody else who thinks they're bigger than the company. No one superstar is bigger than the company. And for someone who's not an executive to make decisions on who can and cannot come to the arena because CM Punk said so? What? What the fuck? Who's the booker? Who's the head of creative? Oh, that's Tony Khan. Do you remember All Out 2022, the media scrum, where CM Punk sat there eating muffins, talking all kinds of shit? He even said himself,
Taking a head on because you never said
I'm trying
anything.
to run a fucking business.
CM Punk said that while the boss was sitting right next to him. You can poke the bear only so much. And when I was watching All In at Wembley, which was an incredible show, and CM Punk did have a really, really good match with Samoa Joe. But when I was watching the pre-show with my friends, I had about 5 or 6 people here, and we were watching the Jack Perry versus Hook match. And Jack Perry looked at the screen and said, "This is real glass," as he was pointing towards the limo. He said, "This is real glass, cry me a river." Oh, I knew something was going to go down. I looked at my homeboys, I said, yo, that was a shot at CM Punk. Because they don't pay attention to the backstage drama. I said, yes, something is going to happen at this show. And of course, something did, because CM Punk, he just has to step to anybody and everybody who wants to smoke. Right in front of Tony Khan. How embarrassing is that? How unprofessional. They both should be ashamed of themselves for even letting that happen. Jungle Boy, Jack Perry, knew what he was doing when he made that comment. That was unnecessary, that was unprofessional. I figured that CM Punk would have just got suspended for like a week, 2 weeks. Possibly he would have been on Collision tonight. I thought he might be on Collision tonight to set up a match for All Out because it's in Chicago. Will AEW be okay? Yeah, it'll be just fine. They'll be just fine. You should totally check out the other video I did right before CM Punk came back for the Collision era. Well, I was on CM Punk's side. I was pro CM Punk. I was happy that he was coming back. I figured it would be great for business, but it turns out grand opening, grand closing. But I appreciate if you check out that video. I'll put the link in the description. Damn. The question is, what's next for CM Punk? You think he can go back to WWE with that attitude? Anything can happen. And if he was to go back to WWE, there's a lot of fresh matchups he can have. Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Damian Priest, Finn Balor, Cody Rhodes, and of course, the Tribal Chief. That's about 2 years of feuds right there. If CM Punk can act right, can he act right? I still think he has a lot left in his career. He can also go to New Japan, wrestle in the G1, or he can just retire completely. This is very unfortunate. I know a lot of fans are going to be upset, but as I mentioned, no one person is bigger than an entire company. So I want to thank CM Punk for at least that first run in AEW, and I wish him the best in his future endeavors.
Right now you're checking out the SOP.
Hip hop and wrestling.